Welcome, everyone. Here's a quick look at some old orgone type products. This is a nice, I guess that's about a 5-inch pyramid, and this is a Aztec pyramid. And I bought these 3 or 4 years ago. They're no longer made, but I wanted to test them and find out the kind of energy they put off, etc. Now, you got to remember, this really is an orgone. I don't know really what to call it, and we can't call everything orgone, prana, etc. We ought to define this kind of energy of what this actually is. But it's a copy of the concept of putting together a bunch of stuff as a natural drawing, and this is a really cool one. And the reason I got it was the fact that it's this red dragon inside here. Let's see if we can get a good shot of that. Really cool red dragon. You know, this is made extremely well. This guy really knew what he was doing. He's got a nice crystal, a red crystal there. Really cool to go with the red dragon. This is very interesting. He's got power cones. I used to put these in my radionic units to keep the energy going in a particular direction. And he appears to have wrapped those in gold. I don't know if it's real gold or not. And he's got them on each corner so the energy is pushed to the top. And it does put out good positive energy. Here's a little dragon figure that he put in there. Very well done. You can see all the little bubbles that he has in here as well. At the bottom, he's got the dragon again. Again, he's got cones to direct the energy, and he's got the usual, I hope that's steel wool and not aluminum. You have to be careful, but these do put off positive energies. Do they do anything? Well, I mean, I bought them because they're pretty. And certainly they can add to the energy of a room in general, but we still have the problem. This is a huge hunk of gassing plastic resin, which is toxic. So in a giant room where you have this in, as long as you've got some airflow, it really shouldn't be a problem. But you got to remember, all resins are highly toxic. Is that what you want to work with? Secondly, it's like plastic. You shouldn't be drinking out of plastic. You shouldn't be handling plastic. Your food shouldn't be put in plastic. Plastic gases, it releases toxic gases, which you want to stay away from. We eat an equivalent of 1 credit card a month in plastic. Ooh, my favorite. So the whole idea is that I heard they're going to open restaurants that have plastic types to try. Yeah, I'll be the first one there, baby. So we have that. So this guy did it, and you can see he's also got something very interesting here. If you look at this, he's got wires around the base of the dragon that go down underneath. So he really did some smart work here, but we have to remember, you know, you certainly can make stuff like this. Subtle energies need to be highly empowered, and this is part of the process. But a really cool item. It doesn't put off toxic energy. You got to remember, this wasn't made by a Satanist. His name wasn't Karl Hans Welsen, the people connected to him. And so forth. So the whole idea is these people are positive. They put together positive stuff, and it's kind of cool. And as you said, putting something in resin and handling it like this, you just got a bunch of microplastic on your hands, which you'll take into your system. It's just not a good material. But if you're using this as a decoration and for a minor boost, I put this on a table with other stuff. Now, here's one that was made by a very nice person who was harassed by the Satanists in the orgone industry, who told her that she shouldn't be making it, that this wasn't real orgone, etc. A Greek lady, and she's no longer making it. She was smart as well, and of course you can get inexpensive gold foil, real gold foil, and she's using that. She's using, again, coils here. And one thing you'll notice here about these things, this got broken here as well. If you drop these things, they're very fragile. So if you drop this off a table or something, it's going to break. And here's a prime example of this being dropped, going off of a table, dropped about 2 feet to do it. Now, I'm not sure what those stones are in there, but she's got stones, coils. Again, this person was very positive. I spoke with her. You've got the crystals with it wrapped here. And here's other stones. I don't know, it's Lapalupus or Lapilupus, Goofy Mookie. The whole idea is that, and of course, as I mentioned, there's a coil on the bottom. A very nice little unit. Of course, she's not making them either of this. And again, as I said, if you drop these things, they're very fragile, so you have to be careful. Another problem with resin with all that. But it's the same old story. Wilhelm Reich just said, don't use copper. He didn't use crystals. He didn't use other things. We have to be careful. You got to know what this energy is and how you accumulate it, condense it, etc. But these don't seem to hold negative energy. And of course, it's not inside a machine that is going to be picking up subtle energies and transmitting it either. So if you're going to pick up the subtle energies of highly toxic plastic and you put it in an actual radionic type machine, that's a special kind of stupid, duh. Yes, it is, dumb guy. It's a special kind of stupid. But after all, they're a bunch of Satanists. And you get the pleasure of buying their garbage. So these kind of things that you'll see all over the place, the Chinese are making some cool ones now. They are very attractive. Do they do much of anything? No, there isn't enough energy in it. And these are very large. Remember, this is like 4 inches here. Let's see if I can get a little measuring. And so 4 inches. And, of course, this is 5 inches in real measurements, not mookie liters. So the whole idea is that so these are real pretty items, and that's why I got them, and I wanted to check. And, of course, you don't know who makes these things. I just happened to watch these people and talk to this Greek woman who was very nice. This came from Great Britain, and obviously this guy knew what he was doing, and he has disappeared as well. But how cool. And, of course, I love dragons like most people do, so anything you can find with dragons is cool. And I'm going to have some new dragon products up on the website soon. So I hope you've enjoyed this tour of subtle energy physics to another realm of energy, to the real energy, not the brainwashed, boobylicious, stupid fools that call themselves physicists. So this is fun. This is interesting. Certainly, putting together things like this do generate if you're doing it properly. But, of course, you're combining positive with negative. Do create some interesting energies. It would be nice for somebody to spend time to do this right. But the stories you hear from these things, I've heard people say it stopped computer attacks. Complete nonsense. These are low energy items on the scale of 1 to 10. These items are approximately about a 5 in terms of the kind of energy they put off. They're nowhere near being high level energetics. So I hope you enjoyed that, and lots more to come.